Today I want to talk about Evan Mobley. He's projected to go between 1 and 3 in the draft this year. Big man out of USC, freshman, averaged about 17 points a game, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. He could shoot a little bit. I noticed a few things about his post game, and that's what I want to talk about today. Right away, notice as Mobley moves to the right side of the floor, he already has his defender beat. If he could cut right underneath the basket, take his man's angle away, and sit right there in the paint, all he would need to do is seal his man off in the paint, call for the ball right there, and that's a hook shot or an easy layup, because he would be, at that point, he would be too deep to be able to stop. But instead he drifts towards the 3-point line. Now we have a scenario where the defense has already recovered and they're clogging the paint. So you got to get the easy ones when they're there. When they're available, you got to take them. One thing about this guy is he could put the ball on the floor for his size. I mean, he's 7 feet tall and he's a decent ball handler. Right here, he does a great job of attacking the closeout. Look at the defender's top leg right there. That's what you always want to attack. You want to attack that leg that pushes forward so the defender has a harder time to recover. Then he attacks the paint and exhibits great footwork here with a nice pump fake and then pivot back to the right hand. That's a textbook play right there for a big man. So on this second play, Mobley gets the ball out in space. He tries to bait the defender. He goes to the same move with the fake to the left and pivot back over the right shoulder with the hook. But this time the defender's ready for it. And this is a different team, so there might be scouting reports out on him at this point in the season. This is where you want to have counters to your pet moves, your go-tos, just in case you run into a team that's ready for it. If he could develop a little pull-up jump shot right here off the catch, getting his defender moving toward the paint and just raise up, he'd be unstoppable when he gets to the league. In the paint, he's fundamentally sound, but he's not strong enough yet. Bigger, stronger guys in the NBA that could push him off his spot down low, so the post moves might become an issue. You would have to develop the ability to shoot off the catch or off the dribble at the next level. This is where this guy is dangerous. He hasn't given up his dribble yet. He's on top of the key, face up with his defender, and he uses his speed and dribbling ability to get into the paint. Watch as he does the same move that he did in the previous 2 plays. This time he spins back to his left hand and finishes with the left hook. I mean, he could finish with both hands in traffic. That's a dangerous weapon to have at the next level. With his speed at that size, look how he gets his defender's momentum going all the way to the right. And when he spins back to the left, there's no chance, especially with his length. I mean, he could finish over the top of anybody if he gets that space that he needs. Alright, on this one, same play. He gets in the space. Look at the opportunity that he has at this very moment. This should be a clean jump shot. He has enough space and time. But even with that, even with him not shooting the ball, look at the defender, how he's lunging at Mobley. If he pump fakes here, the defender's in the air, and that's a blow by for a dunk because there's nobody on the backside. But instead, watch how he just puts the ball down on the floor, and the defender easily reads the direction that he's going and cuts him off. You have to be able to take advantage of situations like these. Whenever you can get the defender in the air, you got to take that opportunity. There's no way this play should have been stalled out here. So he fumbles the ball a bit, and watch carefully how the defender's dictating where Mobley's going. He has no control at this moment. The defender is dictating wherever he wants him to go. And look where Mobley's going, away from the basket. He's getting pushed away from the basket. As an offensive player, this should never happen. But this is because he's not as strong as his defender, and he's going to get pushed around. So that should be his number one priority when entering the league, is getting bigger and stronger. Because with his size and skills, ball handling and touch around the rim, he could be devastating. I think with Mobley's offensive skill set, he should be a lot more aggressive. This play is a prime example of lack of aggression from Mobley. So he catches the ball at the 3-point line, and look at the space between him and his defender. Also notice the baseline. There's a lot of space available in that area. So Mobley could do 3 things here. He can raise up and shoot this ball. He was a 30%er, so he's more than capable of knocking this down. Second, he can pump fake, get this guy in the air, get him lunging at him, and attack that open right side. Third, what he could do is he could drift toward that baseline area to get a better passing angle to his brother Isaiah Mobley in the paint, because look at the seal that he has. If he gets that ball right there, that could be an easy layup as well. But notice how this defender is playing him. You can tell that the scouting report doesn't respect Mobley's 3-point shot. Check out the difference between how this defender is playing Mobley and how the other defender was playing him from the mid-range. There was more of a sense of urgency from the guy defending him in the mid-range. That tells you something. They don't respect his 3-point shot. But going back to the first point, when you're the star player, you have to recognize these offensive situations, and sometimes that calls for you to force the issue. I would like to see more offensive aggression from Mobley in his first year in the NBA. Because as you can tell in his next play, the guy's more than capable. Look at him taking the ball down the floor. He changes directions here. That's a veteran move right there. That's something out of Giannis's playbook. If he strides like that, it's over. Gets in the air, takes the contact, and one. I mean, that's ridiculous right there. In the next video, I'll talk about Mobley on the defensive end. See you guys there.